Here's update number 1 on the 12 for 19. 12 films for 2019. Yes, that's what's happening. We're a couple weeks out from the first one, and I'm sad to say all I've accomplished is the script. It's a long script. It's got a lot of components, and I am panicking a little bit. I need to get this out by the 31st because that's all the marketing that I've done is to promote the 31st. I've never given myself real deadlines, and I just gotta finish this. The title of this one is called No Left. But anyway, that's just the update on the 12 for 19 NBA Storyteller's Final 12. I need a good phrase to sum up what we're doing here. Now let's move on to something else. Let's move on to some Learning Channel stuff. I wanted to share with you, because in doing this 12 for 19, I wanted to incorporate some other ideas. You know how I do a lot of side notes. I wanted to incorporate other miniature threads and narratives within some of these bigger stories, but only if they fit. So what I did is I went through all of my old scripts that I just have not completed, things that never went past a first draft, and I wanted to see if anything could relate to this current story. I found a few things that are interesting, but I also encountered quite a bit of unfinished work that I wish I would have finished, including a top 100 moments tournament that I think I'm going to post on Patreon. But yeah, I want to go over a few more and just read a little bit from each one. All right, let's check out some of the videos that I never made. Okay, here we go. As you see here, Learning Center, Where Am I? Projects that I never finished. This was my rundown for this video here. Okay, I opened up my documents. Here it is. Here's my No Left script, the one that I started. I'll put it in a spot you can see it. This is what I've got so far. I don't know if you can pause it and read any of it, but that's what I've got so far. Exciting, rewarding moment. Oh, this is the one called No Time Left. Mind you, this is about how they do not stop the clock when the ball goes through the rim in the final moments of the game, and the refs will oddly let 0.2 seconds run off the clock when they feel like it. Ever since I made this video, the NBA has been quite precise with time stoppage when the ball exits the rim, which is what the rule says. This season, this year, they have really gone out of their way to make sure the other team, after a supposed game-winning shot, gets their 0.2 seconds or 0.3 seconds or even 0.1 seconds. Even when it's arbitrary or there's a blowout, they seem to be taking a lot of time to get it right. I'm not saying that the NBA referees watch my video, but it's a very small world. And I did contact some referees when I made the video. Anyway, that's that. I did actually finish that script. Okay, 3 things, 100 takes. Here's the 100 takes script. There we go, 100 takes. This is 100 of my takes. The wraparound dunk, the one where you go under the rim and dunk on the other side, should be an exciting dunk, but it's really quite boring. It's a slick way to avoid the defender, and it can catch people off guard, but most of the time, it's not worth the replay. Okay, number 20. Jordan, even before he was the greatest, looked like a time traveler. In his early shaved head days, folks in the NBA weren't doing that, and that's one reason his game accomplishments are timeless. Okay, we've heard that one before from me. Number 26. The NBA is allowing a host of weird numbers to be used, and I think that's great because they used to have to apply for weird numbers. So no more applying for special exceptions. You can just pick 69 and get on the court. Number 27. Besides, jersey numbers don't matter anymore. To fans, nobody refers to their favorite players by their jersey number. That's true. Nobody talks about jersey numbers. You know, here comes number 30, good old 21, taking over. Jersey numbers used to be, the actual number used to be very important. I think ever since players started changing numbers, and Kobe was the problem with this, and then LeBron followed suit, it took some of the importance away from the actual jersey number, or it took the spotlight away from it and it put it on the name. It moved up from the jersey number to the name. Okay, 34. Isaiah Thomas was great at basketball. Isaiah Thomas otherwise is a crappy person, but the NBA keeps letting him back in because he smiles. Shitheads who smile will always get a second chance. That's true. that's true. It's funny saying that's true after something you wrote. Believe me, believe me. Well, yeah, I wrote it, believe me, so I don't have to say it again. 50, here's a good one. I almost made a whole video about this one. Flops. Flops in slow motion really show how slow our human reaction time really is. It also shows us how incompetent and incongruent flops are with the natural laws of physics. I mean, shit. By now you'd think they'd bring in a physicist to advise players on how to flop in a natural way. Seriously, when people flop, their arms go the wrong direction, their bodies go the wrong direction, and the head always goes in an unnatural position from where they were actually hit. And obviously it's to accentuate contact, but one day somebody's gonna figure out that if you imitate real natural movement after getting hit or bumped, it'll be undetectable. And you're really gonna be able to sell these things. Because right now everybody's flops look the same. That little head move they do, I can't stand that one. Okay, Kobe is essentially a master art forger. You know, it's kind of, you know how there's certain masterpieces in museums that are actually forgeries? Did you know that? Many years ago, they've been switched and swapped, and they've passed as the real thing, while the actual real thing is being sold on the black market. Kobe basically forged Michael Jordan's game, his mannerisms, his gait, all of it. And he got away with it because he demonstrated that his forgery was nearly as valuable as the real thing. I mean, it's one of the only situations where you can completely copy somebody else, and as long as you accomplish the goal, he actually won championships, it doesn't matter. Okay, here's a big one, number 71. The problem with players as analysts, these player-only situations, is that they generally don't prepare, and they expect their experience on the court to be all the preparation they need to explain all the dynamics and threads of today's game. It doesn't work. They need to prepare. One thing about Nick Wright, I think that's his name, that I always admired is he comes prepared. Well, he used to. When he started off, he came prepared with numbers and stats and figures and anecdotes, whatever it was, to back up his points. Players, Tracy McGrady, God, Scottie Pippen isn't as bad. These guys have nothing prepared. They show up to work, they sit at a desk, and they get asked a question, and they just say whatever pops in their mind, and a lot of times it's not even relevant to the question, and they just think they have the expertise. I think it was B Souls who did an exposed video on one of these guys who just talks crap about how he used to play in the league, and that's why his opinion is the only valid opinion. Okay, Kobe gave his own nickname. Why is coach an all-time title? 79, why is coach an all-time title? Like, if you're coach for one season in a rec league, folks will still call you coach forever. Is that how it works? If that's the case, I'm gonna coach a preschool team, and then I expect every single one of you to call me coach forever. Okay. Oh, final one here. Dunk reactions and gruesome injury reactions are essentially the same thing. And the reason is because they both cause immediate visceral human reactions and empathy and repulsion or disgust on account of the victim. All right, that's great. Those are good ones. That's the 100 takes. I don't know why I didn't make that video. Maybe I should. Should I? In the meantime, check out the new shirt that I just got. I was trying to tell people that I purchased most of my own shirts. Here you go, check it out. It says, and that's your goat, and that's your goat, as if this guy here, this philosopher in deep thought, contemplating why the hell you think that guy is the goat. Whoever it is. But what's also funny is maybe he's talking about a real goat. Goats were important back then. And that's your goat? Maybe he's talking about a real goat. All right, that's stupid. But I thought it was funny. All right, bye.